Hello everybody! In this lecture I want to provide you some elements to face one of the most discussed challenges for the fashion industry, that is responsiveness. About 10 million web sources say that in order to face the evolution of consumers' demand, fashion supply chains must become more responsive. And in a recent survey of the European House Ambrosetti, responsiveness resulted within the top 3 priorities for fashion supply chain directors. But do we all really have to squeeze lead times and make supply chain processes run faster and faster? Well, especially dealing with fashion, we all know that one size cannot fit all. So let's focus on fashion and responsiveness, also referring to some concrete cases that all you know. There are many trends that indeed confirm the need for higher responsiveness. For sure, the success of fast fashion retailers changed the rules of the game on the fashion market, and there's no business school that does not teach the Zara case in its programs. More recently, Burberry's See Now Buy Now was expected to be the next best practice for the whole sector. In the meanwhile, luxury brands keep on increasing the share of drops within their collection structures. However, many fashion retailers try to rethink their supply chain on the fast fashion models. Some succeeded, many others failed in the attempt. The same for the followers of the See Now Buy Now trend. And, on the other hand, we can quote cases of industry leaders that base their success on approaches that are all but fast. So, which is the right supply chain strategy for fashion? Responsive or, let me think, which is the opposite for responsive? Some decades ago, I read on the Harvard Business Review a paper which is still a milestone for supply chain academics and practitioners. The title was, "Which is the right supply chain for your product?" The author listed a set of variables that determined whether a product can be classified as functional or innovative. The so-called functional products deserve a physically efficient supply chain strategy, while innovative products deserve a market-responsive one. Okay, we cannot literally say that fashion products are functional, but if you think about the most iconic bag that you know, it has predictable demand, long life cycle, and you will never be allowed to buy it at any discount. Typically, it is available in very few size color variants, except if you wish to wait 12 months for customization, of course. Physically efficient supply chains aim at supplying predictable demand. The original model also suggests that the main target is minimizing costs. But the real point is optimization, so maximizing returns given the available resources, which really can happen, for instance, when you can exploit the full potential of iconic design and classic materials. On the other side, responsive supply chains are fast in satisfying unpredictable demand, which is the normal operating condition of seasonal collections. So, which is the conclusion about fashion sector? Should the supply chain be efficient or responsive? We could discuss this for hours and with plenty of examples, but I will spoil the final result. Within the same brand and within the same company, we can have both iconic items that deserve an efficient supply chain and fashion items that deserve a responsive one. The drivers are, on the one hand, product life cycle and, on the other hand, distribution strategy. In the end, yes, responsiveness is among the biggest challenges for fashion supply chains, but this does not mean that it is a must in any situation. The good supply chain director will be able to select the right strategy according to the product and distribution approach. A top performance sport car will make the difference if you are racing, but a spacious van is still preferable for everyday life.